As the Dallas Mavericks prepare for the second round of the playoffs against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the news broke out today that Jason Kidd has signed a multi-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks. That's right, folks. Jason Kidd is going to be here for much longer, and the details, I haven't seen them yet at the time of this recording. I'm not sure what the money looks like. His last deal was for 3 years, so I assume this is probably for another 3, maybe even a 4-year deal to stay with the Mavericks. And for some people, this looks like a risk, as at times Jason Kidd wasn't the most favorable coach amongst Mavericks fans. Very questionable lineups, very questionable timeouts, just kind of letting the opponents go on a run while the guys are on the court just dying, hoping for Jason Kidd to call a timeout. But we're going to look at why Jason Kidd might deserve this contract extension with the team, and why some people are a little bit unsure about it, as well as Kyrie Irving having a lot to say about Jason Kidd. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, 51.5% of you guys watching are not subscribed. The number is slowly going down day by day. However, if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, the live streams, the news vids, the giveaways, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said, it was reported today that Jason Kidd did sign an extension with the Dallas Mavericks. Per Shams, the Dallas Mavericks coach, Jason Kidd, has signed a multi-year contract extension with the franchise. And like I said, not sure what the money looks like, not sure how many years that extension is for. We could assume it's maybe 3, maybe 4 years. And some people are looking at this like it's a risk. I know before the playoffs, a lot of fans were saying, hey, we should probably wait until after the playoffs, see where this team can actually go. If we make it to the third round or maybe the finals, extend Jason Kidd. While some people are like, no, we are done with Jason Kidd. The era is done. 3 years was 3 too many. We don't want him anymore. We want Mike Budenholzer. I saw some people say they want Mark Jackson or anybody for that matter. No matter how you feel about Jason Kidd, there are some reasons why he should be re-signed with the Dallas Mavericks. There's reasons why he deserves his contract extension. And we're going to look at this right here. This is Jason Kidd's coaching record. As you can see, in Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Lakers, he was assistant coach. But for the 3 years in Dallas, for 2 of those years, 50-plus win seasons. But 2 years ago, 52 wins, and then this year, 50 wins. I think that's pretty impressive for, your only first 3 years with the team, with Luka Doncic and now with Kyrie Irving. And we all know over the last few years that this team has had an abysmal roster. Not a lot of good talent. We tried with Kristaps Porzingis. We had Boban Marjanovic, who I love. I'm not going to, throw dirt on Boban. I love Bobby. We all love Bobby. But we've had a very questionable roster built around Luka Doncic where he was just light years ahead of everyone else on the team, even with Kristaps Porzingis, who was supposed to be a co-star. But we brought in Kyrie Irving, a player who a lot of people were saying was problematic. He was a locker room cancer. He's going to leave. He can go to LA. He's going to cause Luka to leave. The roster kept changing even this year with PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. And so it's you got to give him some credit. You got to give Jason Kidd the credit that even though the roster has changed, even though you have a superstar in Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, you're still able to pull out 50-win seasons. Not too bad. Not too bad. And if we want to be honest, let's look at Rick Carlisle. Right here, Rick Carlisle. In his tenure with the Dallas Mavericks, he's had a few 50-win seasons. Not going to hate on Rick Carlisle. He brought us a championship. All props to Rick. However, Rick Carlisle has the same amount of first-round advancements as Jason Kidd. Rick Carlisle, as head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, has only made it out of the first round twice. Jason Kidd, in his third year, has now made it out the first round of the playoffs for the second time. I feel like we got to give Jason Kidd a little bit more credit. We got to give him a little bit more leeway. It's his third year with the team, and I think it's not fair to really expect Jason Kidd in your third year, bring us to the finals. I don't think that's realistic at all. While it took Rick Carlisle, I'll throw it back up. Rick Carlisle did his third year, albeit, so maybe if Jason Kidd wins it all this year, he'll be right on track. But after we won the championship, now I understand the roster got just blown up. The team just let players go. It was horrible. But even after the championship season, we had Rick Carlisle for 10 more seasons? And we only made out we never made out the first round after we won the championship. We were constantly getting first round exits under Rick Carlisle for 10 years. And 4 or 5 of those seasons, we didn't even make the playoffs. I'm not using that as to compare Rick Carlisle saying, oh, Jason Kidd's better than Rick. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, for Jason Kidd, I think it's fair if we give him a little bit more love, a little bit more leeway, just like we did with Rick Carlisle. And obviously a championship can change all of that. A championship can make you feel completely different about a head coach. I get that. And I understand why this may seem like a risk for some people. You know, we haven't gone that far yet in the playoffs. A lot of people were saying, hey, why don't we wait until the end of the playoffs to really evaluate if we want to bring Jason Kidd back? And I understand that. The roster is great. This is the best team that Luka Doncic has ever had around him. So with that being said, if we don't make it far, yes, you can say it's on Jason Kidd because you have the right players. You've got Derrick Lively, Derrick Jones Jr., PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Dante Exum, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic. I mean, the list goes on. The team is amazing. I mean, Nico Harrison did his job to surround Luka with the proper talent and to give Jason Kidd the proper talent to coach. Now it's Jason Kidd's turn to then deliver a championship or at least a really deep playoff run. At least we can make it to the finals with this roster. I truly believe that we can. So I understand. It's a risk because he hasn't really done nothing yet. I get it. But a lot of the players like Jason Kidd. They like having him around. They bond with Jason Kidd. And one player who really is close to Jason Kidd is Kyrie Irving. And this right here. In 2019, Kidd and Irving bonded over a dinner in Boston when Irving was playing for the Boston Celtics. Irving began calling Kidd Big Bro after that meeting, and they learned that they had shared the same strength and conditioning coach and a birthday, March 23rd. I always heard stories about him from my conditioning coach, and he would just tell me similarities and also some of the differences that we had. And if I ever got a chance to play for him, that would be kind of the first person I wanted to go all out for, Irving said. We had some communication behind the scenes, but it was very sparse and it was just big brother, little brother type thing. Jason Kidd said, he does call me big bro. It's just respect. I think there's a lot of parallels between us, Kidd said. So, I mean, if as fans we are upset with Jason Kidd's lapse in judgment, you know, when the team goes on, when the opponent goes on a run, we don't call a timeout, where you'll put a weird small ball lineup that doesn't work. You have weird rotations. I get it. No coach is perfect. He's not a Darvin Ham, right? He's not whoever the head coach of the Wizards are, or the Hawks, or any other bottom feeder team. He's not them. Or the Pistons, whoever the head coach of the Pistons. You know, we don't have the worst coach in the league. I understand if we gave him like a 5-year Supermax coach deal, yeah, we could be a little bit upset because with that kind of money that he's getting, he should be able to deliver. I get that. But we need to look at Jason Kidd from a very even-keeled perspective. He's not the worst coach in the league. He may not be the best coach in the league, but with the team surrounding him, he has the potential to actually prove himself as a head coach. It's hard to give a coach a team full of players that won't be there that long like we did the last 2 seasons and expect him to do something. And again, it's only his 3rd season, and he delivered another 50-win season while also making out the first round again. Just saying, 2 times in 3 years, looks pretty good to me. But this right here was the official report. And I'll skim through it real quick. The Dallas Mavericks and head coach Jason Kidd have signed a multi-year contract extension, the team announced today. We are excited to have Coach Kidd continue to lead our team throughout the coming years with this well-earned contract extension, stated Dallas Mavericks Governor Patrick Dumont. Kidd led our team to 2 playoff appearances in 3 seasons, and we're looking forward to his leadership continuing to build and grow this already great franchise. I have known Jason for a long time, and I cannot think of a better, more qualified candidate to lead this team going forward, stated General Manager Nico Harrison. As a former NBA champion, Hall of Fame player, Jason Kidd brings a wealth of experience and expertise to this role which cannot be duplicated. He has earned the trust and respect of our players and that of so many across the league, and I look forward to working alongside him as we continue to build upon the culture and foundation of success he's helped foster throughout his tenure as head coach. And I think that just speaks for itself. Not only do the players have a lot of respect for Jason Kidd and they have trust in Jason Kidd, but also Nico Harrison and the owner. And I think as fans, we have to trust them, right? We're just fans, just like myself, you, just like me. We're just watching from a screen or at the games, right? We're not actually on the court with these guys. We're not, behind the scenes with these guys. Whatever relationship Jason Kidd has with the owners, the GM, and the players is obviously a good relationship. And if they trust him, especially if the players trust Jason Kidd, we got to trust Jason Kidd too. We can be upset with them. I'm not saying make excuse for all the blunders. But if we're going to have Jason Kidd for the next 3, maybe 4 years, we got to trust that he's going to do exactly what he's supposed to do, and that's help bring another championship to Dallas. And this team is built for it. But whatever happens in the next few years, we can be critical of what may happen, what may not happen. And from there, yeah, maybe we'll have to move on from Jason Kidd. Like I said, a lot of people see this as a risk because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few years. But to me, I find that kind of exciting because who really wants to know what's going to happen, right? Watching this Dallas Mavericks team fight every night is amazing, and if we just knew what was going to happen, it'd take the fun out of it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure to check out the Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another jersey giveaway next month, probably the first week of June. Until next time, y'all take care. Peace.